Autobots, roll out!
I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members. Thank you. It's continued support like yours that keeps this channel growing. And if you haven't already, please consider joining today. Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Micro Machines Optimus Prime Hauler playset. And I don't know anything about this, but I am sure I'm going to love this toy. Like I said, I don't know anything about this. This just popped up while I'm doing my random internet searches. This popped up. It was on Amazon for $20. Well, it retails for $20. It's on Amazon right now as of the time of this recording. I got it on sale. I think I got it for like 17 or 18 bucks. My wife just saw it and just picked it up for me. So I thought, very cool. Let's check it out. Micro Machines. It's Optimus Prime. I don't have any Micro Machines. I don't know much about Micro Machines. So what the heck? Let's check it out together and see what this is all about. It looks really, really neat. So we can see here we have the open packaging. Everything is zip tied in. We got a little bit, it says exclusive vehicle, and we got a little Micro Machine G1 tracks up there, which is very cool. We got some product shots up here. We got some artwork of Optimus Prime, and then we got some product shots of Prime opened up into his base mode or his hauler play set with a couple other Micro Machines in there. I don't know if these are specific to Transformer Micro Machines. I've been looking and I haven't really found any Transformer Micro Machine cars other than the ones that came out for the live action movies. But I mean, that would look like a Breakout maybe. I don't know. That looks like maybe Cup, like a modern take on Cup. I'm not sure, but you can definitely see tracks back here. You can see Prime right here is in his truck mode, very G1 style. You got the red cab. With the trailer, we'll get more into that once we get him out of the package. Optimus Prime Hauler playset, Micro Machines logo on the side right there. And then along the back, you got product shots of Prime in his base mode, in his vehicle mode. You get to see the same cars again there, doing some of the things that you can do with the features, which are all listed up here. I'm not going to read them all off to you, but if you want to pause and read that, there they are. So that's about it for the packaging. Let's get this guy opened up and see what he's all about. Out of the package, you get the Optimus Prime playset right there. The cab and the trailer is able to separate from each other, which is a neat surprise. I didn't think they were all going to be able to separate from each other, but they do. That's a pretty neat surprise. You get the little tracks, Micro Machine car right there, which is, of course, it's a Micro Machine, so it is absolutely tiny and way out of scale with that. Looks like a little go-kart sitting next to a truck, which is funny. You get a sheet of instructions. You get a very wrinkled sticker sheet. That's disappointing. And then you get the little Micro Machines flyer showing you some of the other cross cells right there, a lot of the other micro packs right there. Along the back, it does show you some other Transformers Micro Machines. And yep, pretty much it's all movie stuff, live action movie stuff. Nothing animated, but I'm curious to see. It would be cool if we start getting like G1 style like this, G1 style Micro Machines, because you know what? I'm not a Micro Machine collector, but you'll make one out of me if you start making packs of these. As it is, I'd love to pick up some of the live action ones, just to have, you know, something to put with this, but we'll try some things out here. I'm going to put the sticker sheets, the stickers on the playset, and then we'll take a look at the figure more in detail. And here we have the Optimus Prime Hauler playset out of the package and in his truck mode. And this thing is kind of neat. I'm really not very familiar with Micro Machines, so you know, it's something different for me, but very cool nonetheless. So here is Prime in his, or the base rather, in his hauler mode, his Optimus Prime mode. Pretty good size here. The cab itself is approximately 4 inches long, about 2 inches tall. Trailer's about 7 inches long and about 3.5, 4 inches tall. And we've got a combined length of about 10 inches. So, you know, pretty good size, pretty good looking, G1 looking Optimus Prime truck right here. Very, very neat. I was not expecting this, but the trailer can be separated from the truck and the trailer will stand, which is kind of neat. So taking a look at the cab itself, the cab doesn't do anything. This is literally just a cab, just a little, you know, Optimus Prime truck right here. So no transforming, no gimmicks, no anything on here. But very cool, very detailed. You can see it's done mostly in red. It's a lighter red. You got the silver details on the bumper, the grill, the lights, and the stripe there. You got a silver tempographed Autobot logo on the sides here, and also on the top where his head would come out, along with the horns and the lights, the running lights right there. Wheels are all plastic. They're just on pins, so it rolls really nicely. You got the silver on the wheels themselves, so that's pretty nice. And then the back is done in blue. You got the silver gas tanks there, so and you got the light blue on the windows. Again, it's a neat little Optimus Prime toy that doesn't transform or do anything else. It's just a little truck toy right there. So there's that. To connect it, you got this pin right there, and you'll notice on the hitch itself, you got a hole that leads into a smaller hole. So basically, you just put it into the hitch and then pull them away from each other, and that's going to lock them in place. And there you go, and he can turn a whole 90 degrees if you want to jackknife your trailer, which is pretty neat. The trailer is what appears to be, I don't know if that's unpainted. I think it's unpainted, and they just maybe put a swirl in it on the plastic. Or maybe it's, like, I go back and forth. Like, sometimes it looks silver. You see the shine on there? Sometimes it looks like it's painted silver, and sometimes it just looks like plastic. And I can't decide what it is. I think it's just the color that the plastic was in, and it's not painted, really. So I think that's what's going on there, but I don't know. Lots of molded in details. Look at all of the details from the G1 trailer are there. Look at that. You got the little circle bit there. You got all of the panel lines. You got all of the rivets. Sticker done right here in the center. You got the silver sticker with the blue stripes and the Autobot logo. Looking really, really nice. You got some outriggers here that'll stick out for the base mode. We'll look at those in a moment. Black wheels right there. You saw on the bottom Autobot logo there. A little bit more on that in a moment. And then the back of the trailer there with those doors. So again, this is a really neat looking little Optimus Prime truck right here. Size-wise, he's not a lot smaller than the G1 Prime was. The cabs, as you can see, are pretty comparable to each other. G1 Prime is just a little bigger, as you can see on the cab right there. Now, if we bring the trailer, I think with the trailer, it's going to be a different story. I think the trailer will be considerably bigger. Let's just confirm that. Never let it be said that I did not do my homework. So, yeah. So, you know, it's a little bit of a different story when you put the trailer on. The cabs are almost comparable, but with the trailer's about 2, maybe 3 inches longer. They're almost the same height, just a hair taller on the G1 trailer right there. So that's pretty neat. Again, it's a pretty good size Optimus Prime truck toy right there. Now, getting into the base mode, I don't want to say that I was disappointed with the base mode. Because, again, Micro Machines is not my thing. I'm going to say that it was not what I expected. I'll explain. So, to transform this into the trailer mode, we're going to start at the back here. The back door is going to open down, just like you would imagine that Prime's trailer would. And we got a little tracks figure right there, so we might as well go ahead and check that out so you can see what he looks like. And it's just a really cool little Micro Machine version of G1 Tracks, which is really neat. Size-wise, he's actually smaller than a MicroMaster. Since I don't have any Micro Machines, and I know that back in the G1 days, MicroMasters were intended to compete with the Micro Machines, I figured, well, let me grab a MicroMaster, and maybe we can use that, but I don't know that that's going to be the case. As you can see, considerably smaller than a MicroMaster. So there's that. Now, continuing on with the transformation in the base. So we got the back door open. This panel here, this is going to fold out, and then this piece here is going to fold out. The whole side of the truck is going to fold open. And right here we can see what I am, maybe I'm just confused about or just uneducated on or what. But we'll go ahead and set all of this off to the side. The top panel here, this is going to pop off from the front right here. And this whole thing is going to flip over. And you can see what I mean right there. Now, I did fail to mention, yeah, I mentioned that these come out. You should bring these out for the transformation. So again, the side comes down like this, and then this comes down like that. And that is the majority of the base mode right there. Let's bring it up a little bit and point it down so you can see a little more details, hopefully. And we've got all of these pieces here. Again, maybe it's because Micro Machines is just not in my wheelhouse. I wasn't prepared for this. But because maybe it's just my own personal bias because it's a transformer, I was expecting that this whole thing would transform and that you wouldn't have to like attach anything, right? I was expecting that once you put it together the first time, everything would fold up into the trailer mode and it sort of transform from base to truck and then from truck back to base. That's not the case. You got to put everything together. So when you go to build the base, you got to put it all together. When you go to put it back in the truck mode, you got to take everything apart, transform it half into the truck mode, stick all the parts in there, and then finish buttoning it up. Again, that might just be my own personal bias because it's a transformer. I was expecting it to transform, and I'm just not familiar with Micro Machines, and this is just how Micro Machines are. I don't know. If you do, let me know by all means. So we've got some parts here. We got this extension ramp right here. This is for connecting it to other sets if you have that. So we'll set this off to the side. We don't have to use that right now. Let's start with this ramp right here. It says that this is a reversible ramp for some reason, a dual position escape ramp. So what this does is it's got the little C clip right there, and it's going to clip here. And you can clip it like this, or you can clip it like this. And I think this is the way that it works best because this actually allows for the little vehicles to roll down off of it and actually continue. The other way around, they just kind of, the nose just hits the ground. So there's that ramp there. We're going to take this little blue ramp here, and this is going to attach here. And this is, some of these tolerances seem tight. Like, if this is supposed to be for little kids to play with, it just seems like some of these tolerances are tight. This blue piece is going to clip on here, like that. This piece, which I forgot to put the sticker on. There we go, that's better. This is going to go right here. Now, it's got two little holes on the bottom here, and these are different sizes. So the larger one is going to go towards the inside. Smaller one's going to go right here on the outside. So this piece is going to peg right there. And that is pretty much all of the base right there. Now, if you want to attach the ramp so that it can attach to other sets, what you do here is you would attach it to this piece right there, and then you can attach that to other sets, or you can leave it down like that. Either way is fine. So here you go. Here is the play set, and again, it's pretty neat for what it is. Now, we did get this little decoder right here. So there's a couple of these little barcodes, or like, I don't know what to call that. It's almost like the old tech specs on G1 Transformers. So if you look at the bottom of Prime right there, you can see that, and you got the little decoder. You can wave that over it, and you can see your Autobot logo right there. And then Trax also has one right there underneath, and you can just kind of wave that there, and you can see the Autobot logo. So again, I'm wondering if we're going to start getting Transformer Micro Machines, and then you could use either this or you could use this back here, because this whole thing back here is supposed to be like a red reveal graphics window, right? And you would be able to do that and see what affiliation they have. So that would be pretty neat. So all of the, we'll go in order here, just by the back of the box of what the features are. So the first feature is the entrance and exit ramp, which is this right here. So entrance and exit, you would just come up. If you want to come in, it would have been cool to have a sticker here with an arrow, kind of reminiscent of G1. That would have been cool. But you come up here, the little arm comes up, and that's going to, let you get into the base. Or you can also use it for exit and just kind of roll down the little ramp right there. I almost knocked my camera over. So that's the first little feature right there. The second feature that it talks about is the rear door escape ramp, which is, I guess it could be either one of these. This is technically the rear door here. So yeah, this is the rear door escape ramp. Same thing, it's a ramp. You can use it to gain access to the base, and as you can see, it does seem like it's got 2 lanes, so you would be able to do something like that. Let's see if this rolls with the MicroMaster. Yeah, that worked okay. Let's see, now try it with Trax. And actually, this guy rolls really, really well. That's actually impressive. So that's the rear door escape ramp. The third feature shown here is the dynamic body scanner, and that's this little piece here. So this little piece has got some divots here for the wheels. So I guess what you would do is you would just drive up on there, and I guess this is the scanner right here, and it shows 3% there on the sticker. And then when you're done, flip it and he'll roll off and hit that computer panel. I think it would work better if you're maybe coming down the ramp here. This might work better, coming down the ramp, turning here, going on the scanner, and then exiting, I guess. I mean, it's play with it any way you want, I suppose. Number 4 is pretty cool. The hideaway parking. 4 and 5 are actually both pretty cool. So you can see back here, all of these little cubbies back here. See if that fits. I don't know if that's going to fit. Barely. So there you go. So that's pretty neat back there because that's the hideaway parking. And as you can see, you've got room there for up to 5 different micromasters. So whichever ones, or not micromasters, micro machines. So whichever ones you're not using, you can just park them right there. You got a whole garage full of them. Again, would have been neat if you could have integrated that into the trailer mode, so that when you transform them in the trailer, you know that you've got a pack of just micro machines sitting in there in the garage. That would have been neat. But as it is, it's really kind of only available for the base mode. But that's still pretty cool that it's there. The next item is the hidden escape hatch, and this is really cool. So you got this little piece right here, and you notice that it's got these little tabs right there. This is something I did not know about micro machines, is that they have slots underneath. Again, this may just be a thing for Transformers if they're going to start releasing Transformer micro machines. I don't know, but you got the 2 little tabs right there, so you can just kind of clip your little micro machine there, and then this will flip over, and he's gone. He's disappeared off into the hidden escape hatch, which is pretty neat. And he's literally just hanging down underneath the trailer, which is pretty neat. But there you go. He's made it his escape, or it could be a secret entrance. So that's pretty neat right there. Moving along, you got the second level access ramp. Why this is listed as a feature is beyond me, but it's basically this ramp right here. So you got your access ramp to the second level. You can open the door here, and then this is going to gain access to the second level right there. Let me show you. On the second level, it's pretty cool. You got the little arrows. You got the lane there with the arrows going back and forth. And then on the back wall there, you've got some specs right there. You've got the Micro Machines logo and the Transformers logo here in the center. Over here looks like it's got some tech specs on Bumblebee. And over here it's got some tech specs on Optimus Prime. So that's pretty neat right there. And then finally, let's see, the last 2 features. So again, we've got the dual position escape ramp, which was kind of the first thing I talked about. So that's the first position. And we saw how that worked. Now for the second position, I really don't think this works well, but we'll show it off anyway. I guess that's supposed to be the second position. Yeah, because there's no clip on this side. So that would be your second position. And what happens here, if you try to roll them, and I guess that kind of worked. Usually, I mean, they're just hitting their nose there. That doesn't seem like it would work at all. I think this is the way to go right there. And then finally, you got your final feature, which is the red reveal graphics window, which we also looked at earlier. So this kind of works like a tech spec reader, and you can just kind of put your stuff back there and see how that works. So pretty neat. Let's see if these work with the MicroMasters. Not so well, I suppose. The MicroMaster's too big for these ramps, I think. Yeah, that's not going to work. I know this one's not going to work because of the divots. This one worked okay. This one seems a little too small. But there you go. It's pretty neat. Again, I don't know what I was... Well, I know what I was expecting, right? I was expecting this thing to be able to just completely fold up and transform, and it doesn't do that. That was my own expectation based on lack of knowledge when it comes to my micro machines, and also because it's based on a transformer. So maybe my expectations were just wrong, and maybe this is just how micro machines work. I don't know. Either way, it's a pretty neat, fun little base. I like the fact that it can be attached to other play sets so that you can extend this just exactly like the MicroMaster sets were back in the day. That's a pretty cool feature. The features on here are pretty cool. I can see filling this up with little cars and rolling them up and down the ramps. That would seem pretty fun as well. I really hope that we start getting some G1 inspired MicroMasters. I keep saying MicroMasters, Micro Machines. That would be really, really cool. Really, the only gripe I would have about this is the fact that you have to take this all apart to make him a truck again. And that is just asking for parts to be lost, especially for little kids. That's just part that are going to be lost. But there you go. That, I think, is going to do it for the Micro Machines Optimus Prime Hauler playset. It's a converting playset. It's got 8 unique action zones. And it's got the exclusive Autobot Trax Corvette. Pretty neat little set. And we'll set that there for the last shot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.